Hello. We're back. Grinding away as usual. Grinding. Trying to get this page finished. I don't know. I know I don't sound enthralled. My kitty is wanting all of the attention. Sorry, my attention's kind of derived. Hello, Dio. Hello. I have to work now. Work as I goof off. Hoping that oh, I know. I'm sorry. So I am going to hopefully get some more progress done again. I get into it and then I kind of fall apart. But we're trying. We're really trying. More crap we can get done, so here we can just start this up. Oh my goodness. Wrestling. We got wrestling.
Coming to you just in time for National Girl Scout Week. It's the superstars of wrestling. Welcome, everyone. I'm Vince McMahon. And joining me to help salute the girls in green is Mr. Perfect. Girl Scouts, huh? There's only one girl we're going to talk about this week, McMahon. And who might that be? Never mind. You know who you are, don't you, baby? Who are you talking to? Ric Flair and I, we know you've been doing a lot more than just good deeds. To whom are you addressing? Hey, you're not exactly the Girl Scout that everyone thinks you are. Give it up. Who are you talking about? You'll find out soon enough. And let me just say in honor of the Girl Scouts, you'd make a lousy den mother. This week on the Superstars of Wrestling, we'll find out exactly what Mr. Perfect is alluding to when we have a special interview with the World Wrestling Federation champion, Ric Flair. We'll have an update as well on the incident that occurred in the funeral parlor last week with The Undertaker and Jake the Snake Roberts. Plus, in action will be Sid Justice, Shawn Michaels, Tatanka, and a great deal more. Now I know you were talking about, Mr. Perfect. You were talking about Sensational Sherry, who's the manager of Shawn Michaels, whom we will see a little bit later on. But there you see the manager of IRS and Ted DiBiase, Jimmy Hart, former manager of the Natural Disasters. You got to hand it to Jimmy Hart. He's pretty smart, isn't he? I don't know about that, but now we see the belt around the waist of the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and the belt around IRS, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship belt. And what representatives they're going to be, McMahon. Great wrestling style, both of them. They're wrestlers, McMahon. I like that style. Yeah, I see the gold. That's the gold that Jimmy Hart sold Natural Disasters down the river for.
That the residents of Florida started paying a state income tax.
He's right about that, McMahon.
You mean there's no state income tax in the state of Florida?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, someone's going to be paying some dues, no doubt, and I would suggest to you that the team of IRS and DiBiase are going to be paying the dues at WrestleMania when they face the Natural Disasters. And I think, for one, Jack Tunney, no doubt, made a wise decision in stating that the first title defense of IRS and DiBiase would be against the Natural Disasters.
Well, McMahon, I've said all along that the Natural Disasters are the biggest team in the World Wrestling Federation and also the most devastating, McMahon. This is going to be a heck of a matchup.
Indeed, and now the Natural Disasters doing it on their own without the anchor or assistance, depending upon your point of view, of Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart continues to manage the tag team of the Nasty Boys as well as now the tag. Oh, look at that.
This is easy money, baby. Easy money.
Yeah, well, you took the money, Jimmy Hart. You outmaneuvered natural disasters, took them out of contention, and then from there took the dirty money from DiBiase and IRS and moved them into contention.
Everybody's got a price, big man.
Yeah, well, there's no doubt Jimmy Hart had a price. IRS and Ted DiBiase, the WWF
Oh my God.
Tag Team Champions. Look out here. Terry Davis, and there is the write-off.
Forget about it.
And it's history. So DiBiase and IRS pick up a bit of momentum as they head to WrestleMania to face the awesome combination of earthquake, typhoon, the natural disasters, and it could very well spell disaster for the newly crowned Tag Team Champions of the World Wrestling Federation. Enjoy those belts while you can, boys. They may not be around your waist very long. Let's take you now to the update.
Update. An inside look from the pages of the World Wrestling Federation magazine. Hi again, folks. Update this week brought to you by the WWF Fan Club. Get all this and a whole lot more. Find out more details about it in the WWF magazine. Now, last week on the funeral parlor, Paul Bearer had as his guest Jake the Snake Roberts. Roberts confronted The Undertaker as to the backstage incident of a couple of weeks ago on Saturday night's main event in the match between the Snake and the Macho Man Randy Savage. Right now, let's take you back to last week's funeral parlor.
Come on. Tell me whose side you're on. Face to face, come on. Make up your mind, man. You make it up. Not yours.
Wait a minute.
Is this what makes you tick? Is this what you need in life? Is this your cross that you have to have, brother? There it is, man. Let me tell you something, though, big boy. I owe you one. Don't turn your back on me. I owe you one.
Oh, wait a minute. Look what he did.
You blocked it. What did you do?
His hand is caught in the end of that coffin. Oh, no, wait a minute. Jake the Snake switched the power. Let's get him a DDT.
Wow, McMahon.
What is going on? Look at this. The Undertaker trying to get his hand out of the casket. It's sealed shut. It's tight. It can't be moved.
They've got to be smashing his fingers, McMahon, flat. They've got to be smashing them flat.
And Paul Bearer is out. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at that. Jake the Snake, and again. From behind, attacking with the steel chair.
I've never seen anything like this, McMahon. He's dragging that casket. It's got to weigh a couple 100 pounds at least.
Jake Roberts is thinking about getting out of town. Look at this, moving back in. Look! Nothing can stop The Undertaker.
Well, as a result of those actions, World Wrestling Federation officials quick to sign that matchup for WrestleMania 8. Jake the Snake Roberts to meet The Undertaker, who is standing by right now with his manager, Paul Bearer.
Oh, Jake Roberts, you made a fatal mistake when you visited my funeral parlor. Now you'll deal with my Undertaker.
The day of reckoning will soon be at hand. At WrestleMania, Snake Roberts, you must meet the Reaper.
You're looking at the next breakthrough for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Introducing Super Scope 6. Remote powered and laser accurate. Precise to a single television pixel. It comes with 6 great games, and it's yours for under $60. All of which gets you into the game like never before. Super Scope 6, only for Super Nintendo. Now you're playing with power, superpower.
This is a rip-rockin' chunk of sugarless bubblegum bubblegum. And this is a Primo Pink convertible. Both are great on a date. Both exhibit excellent taste. But you don't need a license to run with the yum. Sugarless bubblegum keeps it poppin'.
This is a chunk of super soft sugarless bubblegum bubblegum. And this is one big block of ice. Notice, both are cool. But only one heats up the fun. Long lasting, cool blasting sugarless bubblegum. Keeps it poppin'.
Still waiting? Still watching for that little envelope from your Uncle Sam? If your tax refund is still in the mail, Big Sur has some great news. No payments and no interest for 6 months. Choose the comfort of the Barrington with matching dresser and hutch for just $549.99. This black lacquer waterbed with matching chest for $599.99. Or this shaker poster bed with wardrobe for $669.99. Plus, don't make a payment till next September, by which time your rich uncle will have come through. Big Sur Waterbeds, America's largest.
The elegant 1992 Grand Marquis is here and specially priced at Van Dries in Green Bay. 1992 can mean big marquee savings because Van Dries made a special volume purchase and they're passing the savings on to you. Add a rebate and a package discount and you'll get a Grand Marquis at a surprisingly affordable price. V8 engine, AM/FM cassette, spoked wheels, power locks, warranty, and more at a great Van Dries price. Hurry, sale ends March 31st at Van Dries Lincoln Mercury, across from Bay Park Square, Green Bay.
Well, I can tell you that fans indeed are coming from all over the world to witness WrestleMania at the Indianapolis, Indiana Hoosier Dome. They're coming from England. Yes, you can bet. They're coming from all of the UK. They're coming from Japan. They're coming worldwide to witness this extraordinary spectacle, to be a part of the 72,000 who will witness WrestleMania 8. And there's a young man there, the British Bulldog, who could very well be making his way to WrestleMania. Time will tell. But one thing we do know, the matchup just signed, we got word on minutes ago. Jake the Snake Roberts versus The Undertaker. All right, Mr. Perfect, let's put you right on the spot. What'll happen in that match?
Well, I'll tell you what, McMahon. Jake Roberts threw everything that he had at The Undertaker. It's unbelievable. The Undertaker kept getting back up as slow, methodical. I don't know what he can do to The Undertaker to knock him out of contention, but I know Jake the Snake Roberts, and he will come up with an idea. He is a snake. He's a smart wrestler.
Well, he is sneaky, that's for sure. He is definitely a one-of-a-kind. And yes, I agree with you. He'll have something up his sleeve when he locks up with The Undertaker. Just what that will be, I have no idea. There you see a tremendous display of strength on the part of the British Bulldog. Pound for pound, perhaps the strongest man in the WWF today. And no doubt, one of the most popular athletes ever in the World Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, well, maybe, but how about, what do you know? Jake the Snake, he might bring a 40-foot python. He might bring something into WrestleMania. How do you know?
You will recall that reptiles are now prohibited from the ringside area per Jack Tunney's orders. As a matter of fact, you know, if Jake brought one of those reptiles down, I think The Undertaker would eat it live right there on the spot. Did you see the look in The Undertaker's eyes?
Yes, I did see the look.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
No, McMahon, I gotta say to you, no, I haven't. I've never seen anything like The Undertaker or Paul Bearer before.
Well, I can tell you, neither is Jake the Snake Roberts. And Jake Roberts thinks he knows all about the underside, the underbelly of life.
Speaking of the underbelly, the British Bulldog just picked up this 300-pounder up on his shoulder and slammed him down. It's over. Wow.
Big power slam by the British Bulldog. Victorious.
Here is your winner, the British Bulldog.
Boy, is he ever put together.
Be part of the greatest WrestleMania ever, live from the Indianapolis Hoosier Dome. Headlined by a gigantic double main event. the immortal Hulk Hogan faces gargantuan Sid Justice one-on-one. Then it's double excitement as WWF champion Ric Flair defends his title against Macho Man Randy Savage. Don't miss the bus. Charge your tickets by phone at 317-239-5151 or at any Midwest Ticketmaster. See WrestleMania 8 live Sunday afternoon, April 5th.
Well, we're back, and I believe what we're going to hear now is Sensational Sherry actually singing the entrance music here. Here they come.
Now, you be quiet, McMahon, for a minute and listen to Sherry. She sounds better than Madonna. She has really got a voice on her.
That's Sensational Sherry singing.
Quiet, McMahon. Listen, will ya?
Boy, toy.
Oh, that gives me the goosebumps.
What gives you the goosebumps? Never mind. What is, look at this. This guy slays me. Who does he think he is? Earrings.
That's total confidence, McMahon. Take a look at this, Shawn Michaels. I really enjoy watching this guy. I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers in the World Wrestling Federation right now.
You do. We had an occasion to, oh my, speak with them earlier on. Here's what they had to say.
El Matador, do you remember when your old man lost the job? The mother had to take care of the kids. The house burnt down, and the bank repoed the car, and the whole family had to move into your Aunt Chevy. Come WrestleMania 8 at Indianapolis in the Hoosier Dome, you're going to remember those as the good old days.
He tells it the way it is, doesn't he?
The good old days?
Well,
I don't know about that.
It's not going to get any better for Tito Santana. At WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels has showed me, and I think he's proved to everybody, that he is one of the greatest wrestlers in the World Wrestling Federation right now. And take a look at that. There's a great example of it right there, McMahon.
Yes, I'll agree with you, but don't take anything away from Tito Santana. El Matador, if you would.
Well, Shawn Michaels has the ability to adjust his talents to whomever he's wrestling. Like right there, McMahon, he took the guy's head off with a drop kick.
Indeed he did. But what will happen when he locks up with El Matador? Unfortunately for Scott Hannon, he's going to be looking right into the eyes, yes, of Sensational Sherry. He's mesmerized from the far side. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Look at that maneuver.
There you go, McMahon. That's why Sensational Sherry is such a threat outside. You take your eyes off your opponent for 1 minute. Shawn Michaels took advantage of it.
And every time he will take advantage of every situation. Shawn Michaels, if nothing else, other than being a great wrestler, is unquestionably an opportunist.
And there's nothing wrong with that, McMahon.
Ooh, what a devastating maneuver. However, there's nothing wrong with the skills of El Matador.
Oh, I'm not taking anything away from El Matador, but he is just outmatched, outclassed. This Shawn Michaels, I told you earlier, he's one of, look at this here, McMahon.
Oh, he dumped him backwards. Suplex. Oh, look at that cover.
That's confidence.
No, that's haughtiness. That's what that is. And what that is Sensational Sherry. And we're hearing Sensational Sherry sing.
Boy, she has a lot of different talents, doesn't she?
I suppose. Look at this. Just my sexy boy. Boy toy.
Take a look at this move, McMahon. Up and around into a backbreaker. What a great wrestling move. And then this off the apron with a clothesline. And then this right on the back of your neck. That'll put your lights out.
Indeed. Where are we now?
Come on, let's get out of here. You can see us flashes out there. It's like the 4th of July. Oh, it's a little cold in here. A little cold in here. Get that around me, honey. Warm me up, warm me up. They really love me out there, don't they?
They're going to love you.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Come on, boy, let's get out of here. Okay, a little privacy, huh? A little treat for you, a little treat for you, huh? All right. It's going to be a good night for us, isn't it? Ain't always.
Give me a break. Shawn Michaels and his manager.
McMahon, I have an announcement to make. Shawn Michaels has left the building.
Guaranteed shot
Shawn Michaels does not plan to leave the Hoosier Dome until he finds victory in his encounter against El Matador Tito Santana. It's all part of WrestleMania 8 taking place Sunday afternoon, April 5th, and you have the chance to see every exciting moment live. Folks, no distance is too far to travel for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. A double main event will be taking place in one encounter. Ric Flair will defend the World Wrestling Federation Championship when he faces the Macho Man Randy Savage. Also, championship gold will be on the line when Bret the Hitman Hart challenges Roddy Piper for the Intercontinental Belt.
Well, you know, folks, I'll tell you something, I ain't used to this. I'm telling you straight up. Heard Bret Hart talk about me, he says I'm a legend, you know. I ain't no legend, man. He says that I'm one of the greatest fighters of all time. I don't know nothing about that. I know one thing, though. I'm an old street kid, and I know not to be clouded by people giving you too many compliments. I do know that you are Wrestler of the Year, so let's face it, I ain't walking in there on April 5th in the Hoosier Dome WrestleMania fighting Bambi. I'm no fool. I'm an honest man. Shake your hand now. But in the Hoosier Dome, I'm fighting to feed my family.
You know, I'd like to congratulate Roddy Piper on winning the World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Belt. And I want to tell him that he's been a great World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion. You've done a great job. But there's one little problem, Roddy Piper. You got my belt, and I want it back. In a WrestleMania 8, I got my title shot, and it's going to be you and me. You do what you have to do, and I'll do what I have to do, and whatever happens, happens. I know what your record is. I know that you've wrestled Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan and all these guys, and you got a reputation this long, and you've never, ever been pinned by anybody. But when you step in the ring with the excellence of execution, you will be pinned.
No doubt friendship will be cast aside as Bret the Hitman Hart attempts to reclaim the Intercontinental Belt from Roddy Piper. Don't miss your chance to see him live. Call 317-239-5151 to charge your tickets by phone. Catch all the action of WrestleMania 8 at the Hoosier Dome Sunday afternoon, April 5th.
If your face were square, shaving would be simple. If your face were flat, any razor would do. But your face has curves. You need the revolutionary Schick Tracer, the first razor with a blade that flexes to trace every curve on your face. Compared to other razors, Tracer puts more of the blade edge against your skin. For real faces, just like yours. Tracer from Schick traces every curve on your face.
Tie game, back after this. Twist off 7-Up caps and win as the Uncola celebrates the 100th year of basketball. Collect all the 7-Up caps you can, because if you spell Y-E-A-R, you'll win a $10,000 college scholarship or win a Spalding mini basketball instantly. So collect your Uncola caps and win. 7-Up employees not eligible.
Win part of $1 million in scholarships from 7-Up, the Uncola.
Something exciting is happening at McCrory's. In order to make room for our new Broyhill Gallery, we're having a giant clearance sale. It is of the utmost importance that we move this stock out, so we have room to move in Broyhill furniture. McCrory's will be the exclusive dealer for Broyhill in Brown County. So head for McCrory's giant clearance sale and save like never before. You'll be glad you saved money, and we'll be glad you helped us make more room. See you there.
Monsters are coming. Friday and Saturday, April 3rd and 4th. The Ultimate Showdown. Starring Gravedigger and more. Plus the Funny Card Tug of War. Fabulous 50s battles it out against Superstar. Watch as the human bomb attempts the exploding comet of death. Plus the Hollywood Crash Master. Heading straight for the wall. The Ultimate Motor Party. 8 o'clock Friday and Saturday night, April 3rd and 4th at Brown County Expo Center. Tickets at the Brown County Expo Center box office and all usual outlets or in charge by phone. Sponsored by Nina Menasher Ford. The ground is already shaking.
Oh, by the way, when we had Sensational Sherry out here in the previous match, you didn't make any reference to the Den Mother thing. What's the matter? You changed your mind about the information?
Oh, McMahon, you got it all wrong. In a very short while, I'm going to be leaving this area. I'm going to go up to Ric Flair's dressing room, and then you'll get some more information on who I'm talking about.
So, in essence, it was not Sensational Sherry.
Wrong again.
See you at the Hoosier Dome. You bet you'll see us.
Well, you know I'll be there, McMahon, right by the World Wrestling Federation champion side.
Yes, I, for one, would like to see the look on your face if the Macho Man Randy Savage were crowned once again World Wrestling Federation champion.
Yeah, we'll see about that, McMahon.
Yeah, well, hopefully soon, we will see what it is you and Mr. Flair have been making reference to through the weeks about having some sort of information that's going to in some way distract the Macho Man Randy Savage. I doubt that very seriously.
Okay, you doubt me.
Well, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I doubt you? I mean, you and Ric Flair through all this time have been saying, oh, I've got something, oh, it's devastating, oh, yeah. I mean, it's all we hear is verbiage from you guys. The fact of the matter is, Mr. Perfect, is that you guys don't want to face Randy Savage, and that's plain and simple. We had an occasion earlier on to speak to the man in the ring, Tatanka. Here's what he had to say.
I want to give thanks to the spirits of the great chiefs above, Sitting Bull, Geronimo, and Crazy Horse, and all the great Indian Nation, and all the little braves. And with your help, we will all rise to the top of the WWF.
Well, right now, that top spot is taken by WWF champion Ric Flair.
McMahon, I am sick and tired of everybody doubting myself and Ric Flair. When we tell you we got something, we got something. You better believe it. In fact, right now, I'm going up to Ric Flair's dressing room to get ready to make the announcement to prove to you that I am what I say I am, and that's the way it is. Goodbye, McMahon.
Mr. Perfect on his way up to the dressing room of Ric Flair. And I, for one, am looking forward to this announcement for sure. There has been a great deal of speculation through the weeks. There you see Tatanka, who thus far, by the way, remains undefeated here in the World Wrestling Federation.
The winner of this bout, Tatanka.
Mean Gene, I believe, is standing by. Let's take you up now to, I believe, Ric Flair's dressing room.
There has been tremendous speculation in recent weeks that Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect know something about the Macho Man, Randy Savage, that would adversely affect his performance when he challenges Flair for the World Wrestling Federation title as part of WrestleMania 8. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Mr. Perfect, come on along with us, if you would, please. Wow. Look at this layout. I can't believe it.
When I tell you I love you, honey, you can put it in the bank.
Interrupting. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want you to cut your telephone call short. Gentlemen, I got to say, this wall looks very impressive. Matter of fact, it looks like the who's who in the world.
Well, it's the Wall of Fame, Gene.
Mr. Perfect, and of course you, World Wrestling Federation champion Ric Flair, you know very well why I am here. The allegations, the questions, the accusations, I want some answers.
Well, Gene, the whole world knows, it's no secret, that Randy Savage is insanely jealous of Elizabeth. But I'll tell you what has been the best-kept secret in all of professional sports, and that's this. Would you please tell the whole world, Gene, what this is?
If I'm not mistaken, it looks to me like a cover of an upcoming issue of the World Wrestling Federation magazine.
Oh, it's more than that, Gene. Please read the top line.
Wait a minute. Extra, Flair reveals shocking Elizabeth photos. Hey, what does that mean?
I'll tell you what it means. It means that somewhere out there in the world, Randy and Liz are vacationing as Randy prepares for his greatest challenge, WrestleMania 8, a shot at the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And it means at this very moment, Randy and Liz are either sitting opposite each other, maybe even lying down side by side. Well. And it means that Elizabeth right now is experiencing sweaty palms. Right, Liz, baby? Maybe she's experiencing that old-time feeling up and down her spine. Maybe she's finding it more and more difficult, eh, baby, to look Randy in the eye. Do you know why she's having all these problems right now, Gene? Because she knows that Ric Flair is not only the greatest wrestler alive today, she knows that Ric Flair is the greatest lover on the face of God's green earth, Gene. And you know how she knows that? I bet you want to know, huh? You're thinking to yourself, champ, can you prove that statement? Well, the answer is yes. Let me show you this right here, everybody. Once again, look at this, Gene Okerlund. Look at this, everyone. Woo! You know what this means? It means Randy Savage Elizabeth was mine before she was yours. Woo! Yes! One more time, Randy. It means Elizabeth was mine, big man, before she was yours. And yes, if you're thinking to yourself, how am I going to follow that act? You can't. I'm the best, number one. But you know what the bottom line is right here, Randy? The bottom line is that the only reason Elizabeth is at your side right now is because I dumped her. Yeah, I dumped her. She's damaged goods, Randy. She's been mine. How about that, Randy? Is that hard to swallow?
That's cold.
Oh, yeah, it should be cold. And it should make you really think hard. Look her in the eyes. Ask her as you focus on WrestleMania 8, as you focus on your greatest challenge, Ric Flair. Remember, she was mine, pal, before she was yours. And Liz, I know you're thinking, baby, you're dying to make the call. I know you got the number, and she does, Gene. So, baby, feel free. Make the call. Drop the dime. I'll be there 24 hours a day, just like I always have been, honey. You know, as we look at this, I want to assure you of one thing. And keep in mind, she's a beauty, isn't she? Let me assure you of one thing, Gene Okerlund.
What's that?
She's all the way live. The water was a little cold. Woo! What a night.
Hey, Jeff, was she a woo?
Oh, no, she was a woo!
We have no actual proof that you are disabled.
You want some proof? Here's the proof. They're fighting a war at Monument Heights VA Hospital.
Doctors have got to steal medical supplies so they can keep their patients alive.
It's the patients and the doctors.
Yeah, take this. I got nobody else to give it to.
Against the system.
That's far enough.
Disarm that man for $4.25 an hour.
Ray Liotta, Kiefer Sutherland, Article 99, rated R. Starts Friday, March 13th at a theater near you.
Dear Dave, how could I have known it would be even better the second time? Of course I speak of Wendy's chicken cordon bleu sandwich. I am in love with the whole chicken breast filet, ham, Swiss, Grey Poupon, Dijon mustard, and mayonnaise.
So now you want to challenge us for our six-man world title. Well, we found ourselves a partner. I'll let my manager get that later. We don't necessarily need another partner to beat you three up. But by the rules of World Championship Wrestling, I guess we gotta have one. But it don't matter. No matter how great athletes you are, we get our names by beating up the best, and that's the way we're always gonna do it. Tell 'em, Hawk. Enter the Legion of Doom, exit Jim Cornette, and people get ready to listen to the LOD. Kevin Sullivan, Dr. Death, and Mike Rotundo, the Varsity Club, have come out here and issued a challenge to the Road Warriors. Well, you definitely got some mental problems within your cranial capacity. Otherwise, you'd never make a mistake of coming out here and issuing any challenge to the LOD. Sullivan, Dr. Death, and Mike Rotundo, never get in our face. Never stick your face into our business, because the price you'll pay will be more money than the three of you have ever made in the professional sport of wrestling. Count 'em, Paul.
I guess what we're trying to say, David Crockett, is that there's only one thing that means anything to us, and that's these belts. And you get in our way, Sting, Dusty Rhodes, Luger, Kevin Sullivan, Doc, we don't care who it is. You're gonna mess with the best, and you're gonna die like the rest.
We snack on danger. We dine on death, and dead men don't make money.
Great offense. The way you beat them is you keep the offense off the field. That's right. And that's what they're trying to do right here with Ricky Steamboat. Keep Steamboat's offense right there where he is on the knee apron. Standing vertical suplex, floating over, lateral press, and Gilbert just barely got the right shoulder up. We're talking a 2.5 here. Cheerleading, keeping him pumped up. As you know, motivation is a big part of our sport. As long as Gilbert can keep an ear to that corner, let Steamboat know that he's coming up, and Steamboat in turn let him know that he's on his side. Powerful right hand by the 6'6" United States heavyweight champion. But look at hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. He will not quit until there's no breath left in his body. When the atomic drop and a clothesline. What a counter move by Gilbert. It was a desperation move. It was one that took quick thinking, instantaneous thinking, to turn around and know that he had Wyndham at that right moment. But now, here comes the champion again. And this is when the pain starts. Double arm suplex. And man, was that perfect, right on target. The heavyweight champion of the world. Perhaps the greatest champion of all time. Just dropped the knee right across the face of hot stuff Eddie Gilbert. This is it. But Gilbert got out of the pending predicament. And everybody, the horsemen, J.J. Dillon included, obviously, astonished at the resiliency of Eddie Gilbert. Ric Flair is still, as the cliche goes, beside himself. He pushed the referee that time. Steamboat, being on the other side, really had the World Heavyweight Champion's mind elsewhere. But, be that as it may, he still executes those moves with perfection. Another great suplex by Ric Flair, planting Eddie Gilbert on his head. And Gilbert kicks out. I'll tell you something, if you can't get behind this kid from Lexington, Tennessee, then there's just no emotion. I'll tell you something, he's making his mark right here. Hot stuff Eddie Gilbert, a lesser athlete, would have been pinned a long time ago. But that does not stop Ric Flair. Even though he had to be disappointed, he calls on Barry Windham. And now, the show of the sign of the Four Horsemen. Right now, Windham, Flair, they think it's all over. Is it? It is not. Windham, very, very frustrated at this point. He and Flair both thought they've had Gilbert down for the 3 count on numerous opportunities. Wyndham carrying his rival around, inverted atomic drop. A very punishing maneuver. And they have thrown everything at Eddie Gilbert but the proverbial kitchen sink here. Now they are breaming over with confidence. The high five, they need to go right back to Eddie Gilbert. Maybe too much confidence kicking in here. Gilbert's quickness paid off there. He moved out of the way. And if Wyndham would have nailed him without elbow, I'm sure it would have been over. Yeah, it was Gilbert's quickness, but it was also the procrastination of the Horsemen. And now here he comes. Steamboat is tagged in. It's Flair and Steamboat. Both the legal men in the ring. Flair goes for the ride. Flying shoulder block by the Dragon. As great as champion as Flair's been, I've often wondered, what if he would go up against a guy the caliber of Ricky Steamboat? What would happen? Flair and Steamboat, and now we see him in the ring, going at it toe-to-toe. Steamboat on fire here, dominating the action. Flair goes for the ride. He's elevated. The heavyweight champion of the world is in deep trouble in this television main event. Steamboat, karate chop right across the head, or a judo chop. Slamming Flair's head to the canvas, and the Dragon is asserting himself here, fighting off both horsemen at this point in time. The sign of great conditioning, great thought process in the ring. He knows what he wants to do each and every move and what he wants to come back with. Powerful slam by the Dragon. Ricky Steamboat goes up top. The Dragon is preparing to fly here. High cross body off the top, and he keeps it in. Ricky Steamboat has just been the heavyweight champion of the world. The Dragon has returned. The most exciting moment I've ever witnessed, and I know fans all across the country feel the same way.
Tony Schiavone, all the people, do you remember the movie, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance? Well, I got the man who beat the NWA World Heavyweight Champion on television. Welcome back to NWA, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Set out probably the longest campaign of my wrestling career. I've always had a quest in my life, and that it was to be a world champion. I ventured all around the world, even with other different federations.
Right.
But I came back to my home, right here. Let's roll that film.
Yeah, let's take a look at it, Ricky.
Take a look at it.
Once again, fans across the country, I know you want to see this moment once again. And here it is, Ricky. Eddie, right now, the Horsemen really know how to punish a man, as you know.
That's okay, but they got the man that just beat on and beat on all that time. They gave Ricky time enough to stand over there and figure out what for him to do if he got in the ring with either Barry or Ric Flair.
You know, I've got to give credit where credit's due. This man, Eddie Gilbert, took an unbelievable amount of punishment. Right here, using his common sense. When you see a man 270 pounds, 12 feet up in the air, what are you going to do? You're going to move. Right. And you're going to move with the last ounce of breath in your body. They made a tag with a fresh man, but Eddie was there for me, and here we go again. Ric Flair and myself, just like it was 5 years ago. One more time, and brother, I'm telling you, Rick, it feels so good.
You know, Ricky, I think a tribute to you. You knew exactly what you were doing each and every move, and right here when you got the tag in.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. I've had some time off. I've had a little boy come into my life. He's been the thing of the last past year. But right now, he is, that son of mine, one of the major reasons why I came back to the NWA. I want to secure his future, and to do that, I've got to win the World Heavyweight Championship. I've got to do that.
There's no greater motivation than that right there, and I think all the fans can understand that. Right here, you really asserted yourself, Ricky. You knew exactly what you were doing against a man that's considered the greatest champion of all time.
Hey, I'm breaking some rules right there. I grabbed a handful of hair. Hey, but I've been watching these two guys do it for the last 12 years. And I think what goes around comes around, and it's a vicious cycle out there. That world is a vicious cycle. I'm going up there right now with one thing in mind, and that is to pin the world heavyweight champion right now.
You did.
And I'm going to pin this man.
Right there.
Grab that leg, hold on tight, and the referee counts 3.
What a dynamic move from Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and the fans were just in shock. As we said, the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, pinned right here on national television.
Once again, I'd like to thank the fans, the NWA fans, for the years of support that they still gave me when I was away from you guys. It's like coming home. It's like family.
Here,
okay, Eddie, go ahead.
I could have went out, and there's a lot of men that came up to me to be my partner when I was against Ric Flair and Barry Windham. There's a lot of people out there in wrestling I could have picked, but there's only one man in my mind that can beat Ric Flair, and that's Ricky Steamboat. And I'm very proud to have you a partner today. Thank you very much, Ricky.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat has just burst on the wrestling scene, coming back here to the NWA with one quest in mind, the world's heavyweight title. And we've already seen how serious he is. He already holds a 1-2-3 over the Nate.
Well, first of all, he does not hold a 1-2-3 over the Nate, Magnum. The bottom line is, and keep in mind that you are talking to one of the most influential businessmen in the world today. I'm not just the world heavyweight champion. I'm a man that has control of my life 24 hours a day. Lawyers, bankers, agents, and a manager. And James Dillon signed a contract to wrestle a mystery partner, not Rick Steamboat. So therefore, anything that took place in that ring with Steamboat and myself will never go down in the record books. Now the bottom line is, here I sit, a man among men. You know, a lot of people out there have a hard time really understanding that. A millionaire? Yes, many times over. Big houses, big cars, airplanes, boats. And yes, for you hard-time guys out there, any woman in the world I want just like that. You know why? Because I'm the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. Ric Flair is the name. Ric Flair is the champ. And Steamboat, for you to walk in under the mystique of somebody else's name or character, walk into my backyard. You're a retired man. You walked out of this business at the age of 28. You were ready to raise a family. You were ready to be a father. You were ready to call it quits. What is it with you? You got to have back in, right? You couldn't sleep at night. No matter how successful you were in your personal life, no matter how much in love you were with your wife, every night you got that cold sweat in you. You know why? Because you are unfulfilled. That's the bottom line. There's no other answer for it. You're a man. You're a man among men. You're an athlete. And until you've been to the Super Bowl, the World Series, or until you've been a world champion, you are not the man that you want to be. So, buddy, what do? You come back into my life, unannounced. My life was running along smooth as could be. And all of a sudden, Ted Turner, huh? Ricky Steamboat, huh? Who'd you make a deal with? You walk in my back door. Well, Steamboat, I want you to remember something, pal. I have bled and I have sweat, and I've paid the price to be the one and only world's heavyweight wrestling champion. And I don't care, pal, how hard you want my title. You are going to have to earn it. Man to man, the two of us. That's it, Steamboat. You and I, all alone, no partners. You've got to beat Ric Flair. And to be the man, woo, you've got to beat the man. Remember that tonight. Woo!
Joined here by Paulie Dangerously, and I just want to give a quick update as to the Bunkhouse Stampede. You know, they always take their toll on the wrestlers, and this year has been no exception. Ron Simmons, a great athlete, suffered a tremendous...
Tell them the big news. That's
what big news?
The big news is that with all the Bunkhouse Stampedes happening, I, Paulie Dangerously, have pulled Loverboy Dennis and Ravishing Randy out of all the Bunkhouse Stampedes.
You can't do that.
Oh, I can do anything I want. I dictate to the NWA because they know that I'm the hottest thing going today. And with Loverboy Dennis and Ravishing Randy and the big news that I have for everybody, it's over. It's over, it's over. There's no more Bunkhouse Stampedes for my boys. And the reason, Magnum TA, the reason, ladies and gentlemen, it's been approved. Yes, it has. I got the memorandum right here. It's been approved. Jim Cornette, I got you just where I want you. If you want to know why my boys are out of the Bunkhouse Stampedes, you better call your mama. You better call your lawyer. It's been approved. Jim Cornette, you're out of the NWA.
Well, that's big news indeed. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Ben.
All right, fans, you were watching Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and Kendall Windham as they entered the arena. Two unique things about this match. One of them, of course, and this is our big main event that we're really excited about. One of the unique things is it's brother against brother. Kendall Windham in one corner, Barry Windham across the ring, and the other one,
James J. Dillon in the ring with the tights on.
That's certainly unique, no doubt about that. I'll tell you something, J.J. Dillon has tried to do everything he can to put Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert out of action. Gilbert, I think, has evened the score somewhat with the appearance of Ricky Steamboat in this corner. We saw that encounter earlier in this hour. But as we talked about last week, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert and one of the Texas Broncos, it was Eddie deemed, along with, after talking with the guys, it would be Kendall. What a main event, arm drag takedown by the United States heavyweight champion. Barry Windham and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. We've talked about their parallels and the comparison of these two great young athletes, second-generation athletes. They've both been rookies of the year. Both have had a lot of gold around their waist. But Windham is the United States champion, but Gilbert cannot be intimidated.
Windham, the taller of the two, standing up and towering over Gilbert as he put the hand right around the throat. You saw that black glove around the fist and the hand of Windham, and of course when he gets that claw hold on you, Jim, you think about him getting that around the throat of someone and he can take him right out with it.
Nice move, pinning predicament, a near fall there. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert rolling up, the United States champion. I'd say we've got to take our hats off to Kendall Windham to come out here and stand by his friend Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert in what has got to be had to be a real gut-wrenching decision for him. But Bob, right is right and wrong is wrong.
And I think that's the way that Kendall Windham looked at it too, Jim. He knew that Eddie Gilbert was right, that Barry Windham and James J. Dillon were on the wrong side of the fence, and Windham is standing with his friend, Kendall is. You got to hand it to that youngster. You said that took a lot of guts to do. Now as they eye each other, walking back toward the center of the ring, James J. Dillon still outside. I just wonder what would happen. I can't imagine a tag now and brother getting in against brother, Jim.
Well, that's happened in college athletics. It's happened in professional wrestling before. And Windham thought he had the upper hand. Gilbert countering, getting back on his feet very quickly. We'll see Barry Windham right here again next week, fans, against the Junkyard Dog. That's JYD and Barry Windham here next week. And Bob, I know you're planning on being on the road next week to do whatever you can for a big interview.
Yes, sir. It doesn't make any difference how we have to do it and what we have to do, Jim. We're going to do everything within our power. We're going to be certain that we try to get an interview with Rick Steamboat for all the fans next week. And fans, we hope to have that. And in addition, that will be our big main event. As we have Barry Windham and Junkyard Dog. But we're going to be traveling around hot on the trail of Rick Steamboat this week. Gilbert.
He fires up on Barry Windham, and J.J. Dillon just got hit in the beak. And J.J. being restrained there by Barry Windham.
J.J. hit himself in the mouth. He was doing a little shadow boxing. I think he hit himself right in the mouth with the right hand.
I guess it goes to prove that parlor grip really works.
He forgot the duck. Boy, these are two tremendous young athletes, Gilbert and Windham, as they stand and point the fingers at each other near the center of the ring. Gilbert really calling on his quickness and his speed and his agility, and that's what he's got to use against the taller, bigger, stronger Barry Windham.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Windham waist-locking Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, taking him off his feet. Gilbert trying to set out, and he does it. That's a quickness advantage right there. Nice execution. He set out and got away from him, and Windham is trying to stare down. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Windham originally from Sweetwater, Texas, and Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert calls Lexington, Tennessee home.
Again, we're out near the center of the ring, and here's Windham now as he's got Gilbert to the corner. This could be trouble. Back to the corner. You don't want to be caught there, and Windham's got him caught to the corner, just driving those right hands. Now hard to the jaw.
Nice reversal by Gilbert, elevating the United States champion. And it would have seemed that the strategy for Windham and J.J., Barry and J.J., would be for Barry to get the upper hand and to give J.J. all the help, in essence, that he can. J.J. is a great manager. J.J.'s mind has been occupied with Ricky Steamboat in recent weeks. He is not in wrestling shape. not elude that he is. He's a manager, perhaps the shrewdest manager in the sport. So JJ's physical activity in this, one would think, would be limited and very, very timely.
It's been Barry Windham since the opening bell, and as you mentioned, Windham has been the one that is carrying the action for his team. It's strictly by design. He got the finger to the eye of Gilbert, and there's a knee out of the side of the head, and it's Gilbert in the ropes, and he could be in trouble now.
Hello, hello, welcome.
And the momentum has definitely turned to the corner of the Horseman.
My God, I'm getting rated right now. Pineapple. LTDs and Xbox. Welcome, and thank you for the raid. There'd be a thing that would go off. I guess it didn't. Yes, welcome. We're just playing some wrestling.
Very nicely done by Barry Windham, Bob. And again, it's the height as Windham gets
1980 something.
The power and the force that he slams you with a mat. He's quick right back to the attack on top of Gilbert. Hard right
This is actually the
again.
spread I'm doing.
Gilbert has caught a lot of them. Buckled his knees.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to get this spread finished. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, I was just locked into my little squares, little pebbles I'm trying to draw. Thank you very much. I actually, here, since you're new, I actually have other pages. I have these ones that we finished recently. So I got about like 8 pages done. We got the cover done too. So gonna, you know, I'm hoping it'll be like completed soon. I've got to do a lot of lettering and whatnot. Then we got one more page we got to pencil. So there's just a lot of stuff I gotta do. And we also got the cover finished too. So we actually finished that a couple days ago. So I'm getting kind of close. Thank you very much for the kind words. I don't really show off my art as much, so... Oh, thank you for the follow as well. I've been recently showing it off, so... But I have this whole story planned out. I got 3 issues planned in the works too. It's all being released by me independently. I might figure out later how I'm gonna release it, but right now I just wanna work on the first issue, get it released, and see what people think about it. So, but yeah, if people are liking the way it looks, that means a lot. So that means I got something going so far. So, and on bonus, you're watching some cool old school wrestling if you're into that stuff. So, thank you again. Thank you again for the kind words.
His tag team partner is from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Are you guys, are y'all artists as well, or do you guys just lurk around in the art, Twitch? I always ask. Sorry if I late response as well.
Along with Vern Gagne, tag team action starting things off. Tony Leone and Chris Curtis in there with the original Top Guns. Here looking at Ricky Rice and Derek Dukes. couple of seasoned veterans in the ring. Tony Leone out of New York City. Chris Curtis, the big youngster from Oklahoma City, in there with Derek.
You just like rating? Okay, some small artists. That's pretty cool. You have some art. Is it like traditional or digital?
A little shove by Chris Curtis.
Just every now and then? Okay. Yeah, I just started kind of doing the art channel recently. I used to actually stream a lot on retro video games, but then I didn't get as much traffic and I didn't get consistent with it. Plus it was getting in the way of me wanting to make my comic book. I have a couple of comic books that I want to make, or comic series, but again, I gotta have time and work on it, but I kind of had this thing where I just gotta lock in and do it now. Now is never, you know, or whatever. So this is all like pretty fresh and new. Much more digital than traditional. See, I used to do a lot of digital stuff, but I kind of slipped back into my traditional kind of drawing stuff, but I am learning how to color digitally, because coloring digitally is just, it would look really good if I colored digitally, but I always commend people who can draw digitally. I used to do it a lot more, but then I kind of just slacked off.
Right there, that move on Curtis had to do something to that shoulder of his.
Actually, I used to paint a lot, like landscape art and whatnot, but it got really expensive because painting is a very expensive thing to do. And I didn't really want to do like crazy modern art stuff. I just like landscaping. I felt like I just didn't want to draw pretty pictures of trees all the time. That's really it, you know, material-wise. Like once you get the technology, you can just roll right into it. I had a Cintiq at one point, but I think I just have to update my computer because it stopped working recently.
And Ricky Rice. These guys fly all over the place. Oh! Another tag made. What continuity now?
Let him up. They only got
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to work more. I kind of tried working between school and other things to work on my comic stuff, but again, I just got distracted with stuff. Which I feel like that's what a lot of artists have happened to them, you know.
You're right.
Ricky Rice could very well have the best drop kick in the sport today. Drop down. Flying elbow. The bomb. Oh, that's it. He's got him locked up. That's all. Derek Dukes and Ricky Rice. Oh, they're getting to be fun to watch, Vern.
Yes, they are. They really work well together. And the conditioning I like to see in a fine athlete, and boy, these fellas are conditioned.
Great wrestling action, ladies and gentlemen. The Top Guns in hot pursuit now. A bad company, the tag team champions of the world, barring injuries. And, of course, we all know how important that is in any sport, and we're all very in tune now to the fact that the knee injury is probably the most deadly injury in professional sports. This young man came back from the knee injury, beat him up in the WWF, went to Japan, undefeated over there, undefeated in Europe. Brad Ringens, welcome back to the AWA.
Good to see you, Larry. And I guess you could say I've been testing the water. You know, I've had a lot of setbacks in my career, Larry. I've had knee injuries, I've had ankle injuries. But that's what it's all about. We have to pick ourselves up from these adversities and get ourselves back on the ground and start working and training harder.
Brad, you want Jerry the King Lawler. There's no secret about that. But you know that he's a very intelligent wrestler. The first thing he's going to do is go for the knee. Will it hold up?
Well, Larry, that's the name of the game. You got to go for the weak man. You got to go to the weakest part of the body. That's what you capitalize on. I know the reputation of Jerry the King Lawler. I know he's beaten the Hogans, the Andre the Giant, the Bockwinkel's. He's beat everybody. I know his reputation. He's a great. That's why he's the world champion.
Right.
But adversity introduces a man to himself, Larry. And I've had a lot of adversity in my life. I've been training hard. I won these tournaments over in Europe. I won these tournaments in Japan. And that's why I'm back in the US of A. I'm back in the AWA because I have one thing on the front of my mind, and that's the World Heavyweight title.
Now, you wrestled Nick Bockwinkel several times. I compare him to Jerry the King Lawler, a lot similar styles. Will that help you when you get your match, finally, with the King, knowing Bockwinkel as well as you do?
They're similar, Larry, but they both have their bag of tricks. And I've been studying both of them. I've been studying Jerry the King Lawler, and that's the only person right now that I have in the front of my mind, not in the back, in the front. And Jerry the King Lawler, I'm coming after you.
Matches one fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the ring from Longview, Texas.
G Gundam Megas. You might like this show. Oh, crap. I don't know what happened there. We went offline.
Larry Zbyszko, it doesn't matter where this guy goes.
Haven't had that happen before.
Off the ringsiders, and they want a piece of Larry Zbyszko. Not a wise decision, to be sure. You can say whatever you want about Larry Zbyszko, Vern. But when he finally peels off that ring jacket, you're going to see one of the best wrestlers in this sport today.
Oh, my God.
He is rough and he is tough, and I think he just doesn't care.
Well, he's very good. He wrestled amateur for a long time. Of course, to go back to Mark.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Yep.
And you got to give him his credit. He's got to give him his due. He's a good athlete.
Oh, yeah.
And he's psyching this young.
Oh, that might be why.
And he'll get the job done too.
I think I might have overdrove it.
Moves here. I'm going to say one of his great moves.
I had like 2 streams running.
Wrestling savvy.
Absolutely.
That might have done it.
All right, here we go. Zbyszko extending.
I'm sorry about that.
Sportsmanship. Come on. Gary DeRusha, the third man in the ring tonight. And as readers of Wrestling Fury magazine know, they voted Gary DeRusha the #1 wrestling referee in the sport. And even with credentials like that, having to tolerate the abuse dished out by Larry Zbyszko, I don't know.
Oh, he'll give it to him, Larry. No doubt about that.
All right, here we go.
Larry. He's got me messed up.
Zbyszko gets in the first move. No, I don't want to get in there with Zbyszko. There we go with the collar and elbow into the ropes. DeRusha telling Zbyszko, let him up, let him up, let him up. Oh, there's that reverse crescent kick by Zbyszko. On Chantry setting him up for the suplex. Good block by Evans. Not that time. Vertical suplex. Oh, baby.
I think he went back for that the second time, Lee, and he really got him high in the air.
Oh, yeah. Body slam by Zbyszko.
Well, I can say he welcome back to the AWA.
Oh, man. This could be it, Bird. Pile driver. Oh, he crushed him. Zbyszko crushed him. DeRusha down for the 2, 3. That's all. Wow.
He looks very powerful. I'll have to say that, Lee.
Larry Zbyszko looks better now than I've ever seen him.
He's got the wrestler's build, and not the weightlifter.
All right, let's have another look at it. There you're going to see it. Zbyszko lining up. Jim Evans for the pile driver. Bang! And I mean, he crushed this young man. All he's got to do is roll over, get on his toes. He doesn't even have to hook him up. DeRusha down for the 1, 2, 3. And there's your winner, the living legend, Larry Zbyszko. All right, let's catch up with the goings-on in the life of Mr. Larry Zbyszko.
In the beginning of the program, ladies and gentlemen, we told you the living legend Larry Zbyszko was back. And now you have seen him in action, and you know and I know that he has not changed one bit. He still uses the same method, the same intimidating factor. He is still, in fact, Larry Zbyszko, and he's entering the area now. I guess I should say welcome back to the AWA.
You know, isn't it funny how what goes around comes around? You know, a year and a half ago, the AWA Almighty Championship Committee went out of its way to suspend me because I gave Kurt Hennig advice that ended the career of Nick Bockwinkel. Well, you know what? I've spent over a year in courts. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm the man that got Stanley Blackburn canned from the organization
Stanley Blackburn
and the whole
retired.
championship committee trembling in their boots. You know what I've done the last year? I went up to other organizations, and I've won the Western States Heritage Championship, defended it for a year, and nobody could beat me, and then they all stopped trying. Champions have run from organization to organization because my reputation, from retiring San Martino, from ending the career of Bockwinkel, seems to intimidate everybody. You know, not only that, Lair, I have gone through this life a controversial figure because I've always had the guts to look death in the face and spit in its eye. I have been slandered. I have been liable. I'm responsible for not only the biggest monetary holdup of a promotion in this business. Every promoter hates me from coast to coast, and Larry Zbyszko still manages to be on top. And the reason is because nobody can get in the ring and beat me. And 1989, 14 glorious years, is my destiny.
With a 10-minute time limit. In the ring, from parts unknown, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Menace. His opponent is from the University of Oklahoma. He weighs in at 270 pounds, the great Indian star, Wahoo McDaniel. Rich England is your referee. At ringside, Lee Marshall and Vern Gagne.
Well, there he is, the great Indian star, Wahoo McDaniel, in there with the Menace. And you can see, if you look closely on Wahoo's face, Vern, I think he's still carrying around some of the battle scars he received in his wars with Manny the Raging Bull Fernandez.
Well, you're right. That feud goes on and on.
Oh.
And, well, there's scars to show the battles that... Oh, Wahoo slides right out of that.
Oh, yeah. And as bad as Wahoo may look, Fernandez looks just as bad, I guarantee you.
Wahoo, that's a beautiful move he's got in that headlock. He does that as better than anybody I know.
Tremendous move. Sheer power move by Wahoo McDaniel. The Menace, a big boy, 240 pounds. Wahoo cracking the pressure on Richard England. The referee asking the Menace if he wants to give it up. Give it up. And the more he refuses, the more Wahoo cranks the pressure on. That's got a good look at the nose of Wahoo McDaniel. Some of Wahoo McDaniel's Manny Fernandez handiwork. Oh, man, what a shoulder tackle. Just like back in the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
And as fans can see, there's no padding around the ring. When the Menace went down, he went down on the hard floor.
Well, that's a lot different than Olympic style or amateur style wrestling. You just don't do that. It's that kind of wrestling, but professional wrestling, very rough.
That's right. It's like doing it on the sidewalk or in the street. And that's the way Wahoo McDaniel likes it, Vern. I'm convinced of it.
Oh, no doubt about it. The rougher, the better.
Yep. Tomahawk chop by Wahoo. The crowd was asking for the mask. Pull the mask off. I don't know that Wahoo's so concerned about that. I think he'd like to... Well, maybe he would... Yeah, I think he's got it about halfway up the chin of the Menace now.
Well,
Wahoo
he's supposed to beat him before he pulls that off.
Yep.
So if he don't be... Up there.
Well, you know, I'm like any other fan, Vern, the truth is. And I wonder who's under there.
I wonder who is,
I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Oh, that shot by Wahoo.
I don't think you can hear them over television here or not, but
I'm sure
we
they
can sure hear them in this sold-out arena.
Oh, yeah. Line there by Wahoo McDaniel. And again, the crowd yelling, take off the mask, get the mask off, take off the mask. Wahoo's pulling on it. Another chop by Wahoo, and down goes the Menace.
Those chops are powerful.
Oh, baby, there's that reverse tomahawk chop. Down with another chop. This could be it. 2, 3, that's all.
I don't know how many chops, Lee Marshall, was used there by Wahoo McDaniel, but I know the Menace has got an imprint of every one of them on his body.
He does. If you look, it's like watching a road map. There's that reverse chop that sent the Menace down to the floor. Wahoo follows it with another chop. All he's got to do now is grab him, cover him up. Referee counts for the 1, 2, 3, and another win for the great Indian chief, Wahoo McDaniel. Along with Vern Gagne, I'm Lee Marshall. We will be right back.
You saw the great Indian star Wahoo McDaniel in action, ladies and gentlemen. He, of course, is now hot after Jerry the King Lawler. Hopefully, this war between he and Manny Fernandez will be settled. I look at the list of contenders for the world title, and you see Colonel De Beers, who would love to be able to win that title and take it back to Johannesburg, South Africa. There is Sheikh Adnan El-Kaisi and the Iron Sheik, who want to take that world title back to the Arab world. But our hopes are riding on the American hero, the man who will keep that title here where it belongs, Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, the list is endless when you talk about Colonel De Beers and the Sheiks, Sheikh Adnan El-Kaisi, Iron Sheik. You've got everybody going after the world title. Well, first, you have to go through me. You have to go through Sergeant Slaughter. And once I get in the ring, and I know that if I defeat a wrestler, my chances of getting Jerry the Queen Lawler in the ring again is right there. I'm going to be a tougher man to beat. You know, wherever I go, I've traveled all over the world. I go to all the hospitals. I see the children. I see the veterans. I see people with cancer. I see people with leukemia. I see people with all kinds of diseases. And I go there for one reason, because I'm an American. I believe in what I talk. I believe in what I say. When I go see people that are laid up, they always say to me, Sarge, when are you ever going to get a shot at the world title? When are you ever going to be in the ring with a world champion? Well, I like to ask that to all the promoters in the world. Why isn't Sergeant Slaughter signed against the world champions? Why? Well, I'll tell you. Because I am the world champion no matter what anybody says. I am Sergeant Slaughter, and don't forget it. Have I made myself clear? Good.
And this one will be considered a classic until the end of time. That word is not overrating this wrestling match. Some calling it the Battle of the Century, and we'll get to it right after this. Historic Chicago, Illinois, Super Clash 3 on December the 13th. Kerry Von Erich, the proud champion of world-class championship wrestling. Jerry the King Lawler, the man that carried the banner for the AWA. No time limit, no draw, no disqualification. These two men would enter the ring, and one of them would walk out with 2 world championships. You've got my word on it. This is a Matt classic. Let's go to the ring.
Frank Dusek, he's very concerned as well.
He's okay.
Frank Dusek saying he's okay.
Don't worry about it.
Dusek says, I've seen him bleed before, he's okay. Oh, what a heads-up move by Jerry Lawler. And Von Erich goes headfirst into the ring. I'll tell you, if that eye wasn't hurt before, it's got to be hurting now, Ray. And again, Marty Miller, he's concerned about Jerry Lawler. Frank Dusek saying, no, let him go, let him go. And now Lawler and Von Erich, they're just chucking punches at each other. Big right hand. Lawler going back into his fight.
Hey, you want to be pulling out of his tights? He must have a piece of iron or something. His tights, you want to check something?
can hear Frank Dusek from WCCW. Dusek is totally losing it. And Lawler hits Von Erich again. Kerry Von Erich's tights were white when this match began. Now they are crimson with his own blood as well as the blood of Jerry the King Lawler. Lawler going to lay a series of piston punches on him.
Oh, he's working on that eye. Tell you what a brutal match. It's been a great match, but it is brutal.
I'll tell you what, Kerry Von Erich, he's going to be stitched up like a voodoo doll before this night's over. His eye is ripped open. His forearm is ripped open. Jerry the King Lawler, he's ripped apart as well. Von Erich misses with a discus punch. Stiff left jab by Jerry Lawler. He can box. He can stick and move. Jab, 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 jab. Right hand, right cross by Lawler. And Von Erich slumps to the canvas. And again, Marty Miller checking. Right hand again by Lawler. Out of the ring goes Von Erich. Marty Miller wants to check the eye again. Von Erich says, get away from him.
Go away from him, Terry. Don't let him move you. He's fine. He's fine. He bleeds all the time.
What a right hand. I'll tell you what, Ray, to this point, Kerry Von Erich has taken the beating of his life. But he unloads on Lawler. Again, what a right hand by the modern-day Warrior. Right hand. Another right hand by Von Erich. A discus punch by Von Erich. And still Marty Miller wants to check the eye of Kerry Von Erich. These guys are a bloody mess. Right hand by Von Erich. Lawler is wobbly. Double right hand. And they're both down. Both Von Erich and Lawler go down. And there's Marty Miller. The referee still checking the eye of Kerry Von Erich. Marty Miller telling Frank Dusek of World Class that Von Erich is in trouble. But in the meantime, Lawler's out. 1, 2, kick out by Jerry Lawler. Whoa.
And never counting out.
And there's the iron claw again applied by Kerry Von Erich. Frank Dusek pounding on the side of the ring, exhorting Von Erich on. 1, 2, Lawler gets the shoulder up. And there's Marty Miller still checking the eye of Kerry Von Erich. Marty Miller calling for the bell.
Well, who's got who?
And Von Erich still got the iron claw on him. You can see blood coming out of the mouth of Jerry the King Lawler. Out of the eye of Kerry Von Erich. These guys are a mess. Marty Miller trying to explain that Von Erich...
The referee stops the match. The referee stops the match. Kerry Von Erich unable to go on. He cannot perform, cannot see. The referee awards the match to Jerry the King Lawler.
That was a savage night of wrestling action. Jerry the King Lawler emerging victorious, the biggest night of his wrestling career. But now, of course, they're all lining up to get at him. The King, hectic, night after night, the travel, the battles. Some say it's only a matter of time before the King wears down and someone else wears the crown. Ladies and gentlemen, more wrestling action right after this.
With a 10-minute time limit, From the Stockbridge Indian Reserve at 209 pounds, Billy Bald Eagle. His opponent is from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He weighs in at 258 pounds. He is Mean Mike Enos. Marty Miller is your referee. At ringside, Lee Marshall and Vern Gagne.
I'll tell you what, Vern, I've noticed something about Mike Enos. He has come up with a whole new attitude. When this young man first broke into the sport, and it wasn't that very long ago, he paid his dues, and now he feels he's ready to make his mark.
Well, he has worked construction, from what we understand,
for
a long, long time. He's bringing the tools of that trade right to the ring with him. Torn off jeans and the whole work.
Oh, yeah. Billy Bald Eagle and Mean Mike Enos. Wow! Gee whiz! I mean, I knew Mike Enos was strong, but he just threw Billy Bald Eagle across the room like he was a rag doll.
Well, he's a powerful man. I watched him handle a spent block the other day.
Yeah.
He tossed it around like it wasn't even in his hand.
It's amazing.
Naturally strong young man, a very good athlete also. Hey, Bald Eagle, good move. He got to his feet there.
Very good move. Very good.
Trying to throw him onto his back, didn't quite get the job done.
I think that's just going to infuriate somebody like Mike Enos. Mean Mike Enos.
Little short-tempered. He had too many fights and too many saloons. He's in the right place now. He can get
Short
away
arm
with the
clothesline. Like I was saying, I've seen Mike Enos a number of times. He always tried to play by the rules. I don't know what happened. I think he took that construction worker's attitude. Oh, vertical suplex, and Bald Eagle goes down. Here comes Enos. Whoa, what a leg drop. This could be it. 1, 2. Bald Eagle kicks out.
Oh, by the hair. Enos.
Over the top rope. Throat first goes Billy Bald Eagle. Oh, and he's in trouble. He's hurting now.
Oh, that move was.
It was another fist right to the throat. In fact, there's Marty Miller, the referee, warning Mike Enos about the closed fist. Got him draped over the top rope, Bird.
Well, Enos is tough. He's just methodically working him over.
Get up! Now tell him Billy Bald Eagle said, get up.
Kind of a...
Well, now
slam him across the ropes like that, Lee. Then they said the guy, get up.
Well, it's become apparent to me now that Mike Enos not only wants to beat this kid, he wants to hurt him. I think Mike Enos is here tonight to serve notice to everybody. Oh, whoa! What a clothesline by Mike Enos. 2. And now he pulls up Billy Bald Eagle. Pulls him up. That's what I mean. Do you think he's trying to send a message to everybody?
I think he is. I think Bald Eagle trying to get all the way over onto his feet, but
what
didn't make it.
Tremendous backdrop. His head right to the small of the back of Billy Bald Eagle. And again.
Flipped him over again, Lee.
In fact, Marty Miller, I overheard him. He said, you had the man, you had the man. Into the ropes. There's that big clothesline again, and once again, Billy Bald Eagle's down. Enos picking him up by the hair. Into the ropes goes Billy Bald Eagle.
What's he? Oh,
a power pile driver. That's got to be all. Oh, man. Well, he just picked up Billy Bald Eagle like he was another sack of cement on the construction site. Billy Bald Eagle.
Here's that pile driver, Lee. He just caught him in midair.
Oh.
It's like you see the body crumble over that neck. It's a dangerous, dangerous move.
Ladies and gentlemen, you saw him in action. Kid with a lot of grit. Mean Mike Enos, the construction worker working his way up here in the AWA. Did you see it last week? Did you see the Top Guns come out here and completely ridicule Sheik Adnan El-KC and the Iron Sheik? Drove them absolutely nuts. This week, the Sheiks took one look at what the Top Guns were wearing and stormed out the door. And I can't get them to come back in here. You have got to see this. Ricky Rice, Derek Dukes, if you would please. I love it. I can't help it. I love it. And you're beginning to get to the Sheiks.
That's right, Larry Nelson. You heard Sheik Adnan El-KC last week talking about American kids don't have respect. They need to be taught a lesson. Well, where are you two goofballs at? Come teach us a lesson, because I tell you what, Sheik Adnan El-KC and Iron Sheik, you can come out every week and make fun of us and say, Iran, number run, Iraq, number run. Well, bring it on down. Anytime you want to get it on, we'll be setting right already. Isn't that right, Rick?
That's right, you two ancient fossil Egyptians, Iranians, whatever you are. You ought to be in an old folks' home. You got cobwebs coming off your hair. If you're smart, you'll get out of the wrestling business, go back to Iran and sell carpets on the street corners, or play the flute for the snake, whatever. You don't belong in the ring with the Top Guns. You don't even have the guts to come out here and face us. Because I'll tell you what, the Top Guns are fired up for one thing, Sheiks. Whether it's you, bad company, it doesn't matter, because we're fired up and ready to go. We're taking out all comers. And I'll tell you what, USA number one, Iran hardcore.
I absolutely love this, ladies and gentlemen. And they are getting to the Sheiks any way you want to look at it. Give me on to it. There is a 10-minute time limit. Introducing, first of all, from Syracuse, New York, at 274 pounds, Frankie DeFalco. His opponent is from Honolulu, Hawaii. He weighed in at 282 pounds. He is magnificent Don Morocco. Gary DeRusha is your referee. At ringside, Lee Marshall and Vern Gagne.
Vern, wait till Don Morocco peels off that shirt. You talk about spending some hours in the gym, and you talk about, you've heard the expression, pound for pound, the toughest man around. This may very well be that man, the magnificent Morocco.
Well, he's a big man, of course, and I knew him when he was in Hawaii on a surfboard.
Yep.
And a powerful, powerful swimmer. Since that point in time, Lee, he's really put it on.
Oh, has he ever?
Hours and hours wrestling, hours and hours in the gym.
Yep. And I think of the guys who fall into that category of pound for pound being tough, guys like the Crusher or High Chief Peter Maivia. And I got to put Morocco right up there.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that.
Big and tough. He tells Gary DeRusha, get away, let me take care of some business here.
Well, he's got good agility for a big man. I'm talking about Morocco right now. We haven't seen anything about DeFalco, but he's got good agility.
Ooh, and down goes DeFalco. He just ran into a brick wall, and that wall is named Don Morocco.
Well, one thing about coming down to the matches and being ringside, you can hear all these smacks and blows. Beautiful hip box. Out bail.
Yeah, DeFalco's going to bail, going to think about it a little while. That's a great point, Vern. I know you fans at home love watching the action on television, and we love bringing it to you, but there is nothing, and I mean nothing, like coming to the arena and seeing it live. And if you get a chance to see somebody like a magnificent Don Morocco, believe me, it is worth the price of the ticket to come out and see a spectacular athlete like this. Nothing like AWA wrestling. It is rough, and it is tough, and that is punctuated by Don Morocco.
Believe the AWA has always stressed the word wrestling, and that's exactly what it is.
Well, I've noticed a lot of the wrestling magazines are getting letters now from fans, not only in the United States, but around the world, saying if you want to see real wrestling, And I appreciate the cards and letters that you send to Wrestling Fury or Pro Wrestling Illustrated. But they say if you want to see real wrestling, tune on the AWA.
Well, that's what it is. I just got a letter from Germany the other day saying how much they enjoyed AWA wrestling in Germany.
Good move by Frankie DeFalco, taking the big man, the magnificent Morocco, off his feet. Third man in the ring, Gary DeRusha. All the boys at Crosstown Car Question, Minneapolis, wanted me to say hi to Gary DeRusha. Elbow by DeFalco. He's got Morocco on the ropes. Into the ropes goes the magnificent one from Gentry. Neck breaker by Morocco. Oh! You talk about thinking on your feet. What a good move. Oh! And that's 274 pounds that Morocco just picked up and slammed.
Look at it. It felt like an earthquake.
It sure did. Into the corner goes DeFalco, and down goes DeFalco.
No, man, that strength and power of Morocco when he throws them, and they hit that turnbuckle. It really is devastating to the man getting hit.
Morocco wants to put him away. He wants to put him away right here. If you've never seen this, that is a textbook pile driver by the magnificent Don Morocco.
Powerful man.
Oh, amazing. Absolutely magnificent. Don Morocco, your winner over Frankie DeFalco. Now, when I say a textbook pile driver, did you see how he just scooped him up? And look at the strength with one arm, Vern, then moves him into position, and now, straight down like driving a nail. DeRusha puts the 1-2-3 on, and that's it.
When he threw me that corner before, that about did it, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great wrestling action continuing this week on the AWA. There are so many great competitors in this fine organization, it's impossible for me to talk to each and every one of them each and every week. But we've set aside some special time at this week's program, to talk to a couple of young men who are beginning to tear things up, who are beginning to get their due in the AWA. First of all, let me bring out a young man named Wayne the Train Bloom. And Wayne, I know you've got a lot of weightlifting records. I want you to describe some of those for me.
I held the American, national, and world deadlifting record in powerlifting. And that combination with my amateur background in wrestling isn't going to take Wayne the Train Bloom long to excel to the top in the AWA. Have you ever seen the force of a freight train hitting an object? That's going to be the same thing that happens when I go through that ring and hit my opponent. One way or another, they're going down.
Ladies and gentlemen, determination written in his face, and people are paying a lot of attention to that young man, as they are to Mean Mike Enos, the construction worker coming out here with his cement block, the 10-pound hammer, and the hard hat. Mike, making your mark in the AWA.
This is what got me here today. I remember working 10, 12, 14 hours a day. I used to pile block. I used to carry sheetrock. I used to break walls down. I would do whatever needed to be done. You know, after we'd go out, we'd have some beers, you know, have some fun, and now and then one thing would lead to the next. And I always came up on top in the bars. And then I realized what I could do best, and that's professional wrestling. I look at it like a hard job. I walk in, I get the job done. And I'm going to do just like I did on the sites. I took the sledge or the block, and I got it where it had to be. And that's where I'm going to be soon in the AWA.
For this California boy, Lee Marshall, but red-hot wrestling action.
Oh, Don Morocco, the magnificent one from Hawaii, where it's also pretty warm. Did you get a look at him tonight?
He's huge. You couldn't miss him in any way. And how about Larry Zbyszko? He is a lot bigger now.
Also a man that came in real big. Back, he won his lawsuit. He's back. He's bad. His attitude certainly hasn't changed one iota.
Speaking of attitudes, I heard you talking about Mike Enos and the way his attitude's changed.
We've had a chance to see Mike Enos a couple of times, and all of a sudden Mike Enos has come to the realization that he can be one of the best And it took a little attitude adjustment, and he's going to be somebody to deal with, believe me.
Wahoo McDaniel looking as good as ever. So were the Top Guns. Ladies and gentlemen, join myself and the California Kid here next week for All-Star Wrestling.
longer.
Orville Redenbacher and his grandson, Gary.
The American Wrestling Association. Scheduled to appear on today's program, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, the International Television Champion, Greg Gagne, America's Hero, Sergeant Slaughter, and the AWA Tag Team Champions of the World, Sensei Pat Tanaka, Paul Diamond, their manager, Diamond Dallas Page. You will see bad company.
Welcome to All-Star Wrestling. Great wrestling action this week, ladies and gentlemen. But first, blockbuster news concerning the heavyweight champion of the world. I have asked Bob Ryan, the legal counsel of the AWA, to step out here. Bob, you have some news, some serious news about the heavyweight champion.
Well, I do, Larry. I just got off the telephone with Stanley Blackburn. He advises me that as of January 20th, 1989, he has found it necessary to strip Jerry Lawler of the AWA Heavyweight Championship.
That is incredible. Please explain why.
Let me read to you a telegram, Larry, that was sent to Jerry Lawler. This is to formally advise you that as a result of your failure on 2 occasions within the past 2 weeks to appear for mandatory title defenses as the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, I have acted in my capacity as president of the AWA to vacate your title as the AWA World Heavyweight Champion. Most recently, you failed to defend your AWA title at the Mecca in Milwaukee, Wisconsin on Friday, January 20th, 1989. Your action in failing to appear for scheduled matches for which you have been booked greatly diminishes the public reputation and standing of the AWA.
What are we going to do next? What's the next step?
Well, Larry, I've been advised that on February 7th, 1989 in St. Paul, Minnesota at the Civic Center, the AWA is going to hold a battle royal, and the winner of the battle royal will be the new AWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Who is in this battle royal?
Already signed is Wahoo McDaniels, Ken Patera, Greg Gagne, Larry Zbyszko, Manny Fernandez, Dusty Rhodes, Sergeant Slaughter, Brad Riggins, and Tommy Rich.
Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight championship up for grabs in St. Paul, Minnesota. Bob Ryan, I want to thank you for stepping out here today. Let's get to the action featuring Manny Fernandez.
Thank you very much, Larry Nelson, Lee Marshall, and Vern Gagne. And I'm not going to discount the importance of a match between the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, and Vern. The AWA Championship Committee has reached a decision on something that's very important. A blockbuster announcement. The heavyweight champion of the world, Jerry the King Lawler, for whatever reason, has failed to meet his contractual commitments to meet the worthy opponents designated to challenge for that belt. The committee decided, and I know this is going to shock an awful lot of people, they have taken the championship belt away from Jerry the King Lawler. And when you think about it, it makes perfect sense. I mean, what happened if you did a Super Bowl game and the San Francisco 49ers just didn't show up? Or a World Series and the Los Angeles Dodgers just didn't show up? Jerry Lawler, I just don't know what to say. You're a great wrestler, but the championship committee has taken the belt away from you.
Well, Lee Marshall, it was a historic event. It happened twice to the promoters, once in Las Vegas. Right. And another time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin here, and you just don't do that. And the committee, the championship committee, said that's it, that's all for you, Lawler. We cannot tolerate it. Nope. And you put it so well before. The San Francisco 49ers or the Cincinnati Bengals do not show.
That's right.
You lose.
That's right. I'm stunned, I'm saddened, I'm shocked. I know wrestling fans all over the world are, but that's the way it goes. Manny Fernandez now in the ring with Pete Sanchez. I don't want to be unfair. You know, when you see Manny the Raging Bull Fernandez, and I hope fans, when you get the opportunity, when Manny the Raging Bull Fernandez comes to your town, believe me, buy a ticket. In there with the sledge, Pete Sanchez.
He is a one tough customer.
I don't even know if Fernandez has word on what's happened with Lawler. I wonder how many of the wrestlers know what's going on. Because I'm sure once that a guy like Manny Fernandez hears, or the magnificent Morocco, the Flying Burrito, people like the Iron Sheik, Greg Gagne certainly, too. I mean, they're going to be lining up.
Well, without a doubt, that throws the championship into real turmoil. We've just got to wait till the championship committee decides what they're going to do. But they know one thing for sure. Lawler is stripped.
I never thought I'd be at a loss for words. I mean, it's never happened before. Short on clothesline by Manny. Reverse crescent kick by the Raging Bull. And the sledge, Pete Sanchez in a lot of trouble now. Oh, man. He could have taken Sanchez's head off. Fernandez pulling Sanchez up. He could have had him for the 1, 2, 3. And look at the smile on Manny Fernandez. As he mentioned before, this is a guy that enjoys his work.
Sanchez weakly trying to punch, but he can't.
Right down. Whoa, he confused Sanchez. Flying burrito by Manny Fernandez. He's got it. That's oh, yeah. And look at the look on the face of the Raging Bull. I don't know, maybe he knows something about Jerry Lawler. Maybe he thinks that he's the heir apparent to become the heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, he's trying to impress out there, and he certainly impressed Sanchez.
Well, if you've never seen the Flying Burrito fans, buckle your chin strap. Drop down, boom, there it is. And down goes the sledge, Pete Sanchez. Manny Fernandez moving in for the cover, and look at the face, look at that. Always glad to see somebody who enjoys their work. The Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez. Along with Bert Gagne, I'm Lee Marshall. We are coming right back.
Manny the Raging Bull Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen, fine-tuning his wrestling. He is getting ready for that big event in St. Paul, February 7th. That Battle Royal, 20 great wrestlers stepping in the ring. Whoever wins it becomes the heavyweight champion of the world. Manny Fernandez, of course, has held many titles. So has Dusty Rhodes, Tommy Wildfire Rich. On and on the list goes of these great wrestlers, including a man who was the America's heavyweight champion, also the Western States champion, and now back in the AWA, and I am referring to Larry Zbyszko, the man who calls himself a living legend. The only thing that has eluded him in his career is the heavyweight championship of the world. So you can imagine the fire in the eyes of Larry Zbyszko as February 7th approaches in St. Paul. For words with Larry Zbyszko, let's go to Lee Marshall.
Thank you very much, Larry. You know, fans, I've always tried to be 100% honest with you, and I'm going to do that now. Jerry Lawler, you are a disgrace. The only regret that I've got is that this man didn't come into the AWA a few weeks earlier to kick your tail. But he's back now.
You know
I'm
what?
sorry that
it's
it didn't
only,
work
hey,
out.
Lee, it's only because I got tied up in court battling the championship committee.
Right.
And lo and behold, the minute Lawler finds out that they must give me a title shot for an illegal suspension, he hits the road. Right. Now, I'm not surprised because my reputation has scared many a men, Jack. The only thing that gets me worried is now I've got to go in the ring with 19 of the toughest, of the hungriest men after the heavyweight championship of the world. And that means, people, mega bucks. That means nationwide publicity. That means movies. That means stardom, fame, the whole bit. Well, the 14 glorious years behind me say Larry Zbyszko is going to win.
Over the 10-minute time limit. From New York, New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Tony Leone. His opponent
championship belt looks real good around the waist.
Game over.
Continue.
Agent Dark, mission log, 10:28 hours. Against my better judgment, I'm about to enter Area 51. This time, it's not just my life on the line. That's the first time I've seen another planet from space. It's beautiful.
All right, so I think on this note, I am going to call it a night. We started working on the background here, and I think that's when it's gonna really start popping. For real, it's coming along good. I'm glad we got this done. Had a lot of fun. Excuse me. managed to get some work done. Kind of figuring out the lettering too, so hopefully it'll be a little, it'll be a little easy. It'll be quick, but most likely won't be, so that'll be how it is. So anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna also figure out another way. I might bring back gaming, who knows. It's just, I could do it as like kind of a reward thing, sort of talk to people. For the most part, I just want to get this comic book almost all finished. Once we finish this page, we will finish that last penciled page, and we can call the preview complete. We can start figuring out how the book is. But I might be working on things around the other side. It's all up in the air. I might even start working on the next page just casually. It's just we have an idea of what it'll look like now, so. Ugh. Anyway, thank you again. Have a wonderful evening, y'all. Bye-bye.
smell what The Rock is cooking? The Rock says,